want to start off today talking about home price gains slowing as our market recovers. I was out of town at the end of last week through the weekend at a real estate conference of top producing real estate agents across the country, and got to hear a lot of what's going on in some of the other markets and hear from them. And the home price gains are slowing, not just in Tampa Bay, but across the country. Spoke to agents in Alabama, New York, Texas, Georgia, California, Arizona, pretty much the gamut, and some in the Midwest. I was in St. Louis. So hearing the same thing, market starting to slow down, not as many homes selling, inventory increasing a little bit. So while we don't expect to see, prices fall off a cliff, some of this is seasonal. Every year, not as many people sell their homes in the fourth quarter as they do in the second and third. October, November, December are slower months. December generally is actually one of the better months, but September, October, November are generally some of the slower months of the real estate year. We don't see the huge seasonal drop-off that you see in other parts of the country. So in New York, for example, you might see, when you're in the snow season, you might see a month where you have half as many homes sell as in peak months. We don't see that kind of drop-off. Usually our months vary somewhere around 20% from peak. So not huge drop-offs in Tampa Bay, but across the country we are seeing more inventory, fewer investor buyers, and not as many bidding wars as we saw back in the spring and summer months. The Greater Tampa Association of Realtors releases their monthly statistics, and I wanted to touch on those really quickly for September. They usually come out about the middle of the month following. In September of this year, we had 2,026 homes sell in our MLS board compared to 2,437 last month. So about a 20% drop from August to September in the number of homes sold. Last year's September, though, was 1,847. So year over year, comparing last September to this year, we're doing better. September of 11 was 1,840 sales, and September of 2010 was 1,628. So even though we fell off from August to September, which is kind of a natural occurrence just about every year, the number of homes sold in September 2013 was better than the last several Septembers. The average sale price in Tampa dropped from 201,252 to 196,103. So again, a drop off of a couple percentage points there as well. Average days on market for a home is before it goes under contract dropped to 62 days, and we have 4 months of inventory compared to kind of the mid threes. 3.5 and 3.4 months of inventory. So again, a little bit of an increase in inventory, and it's natural. It's going to happen this time of year. We're going to see more homes on the market, not as many selling, and I think again some of that is timing. Some of it's seasonal. Some of it's what's going on with flood insurance and some of the local economics and insurance and interest rates. All have an impact on what's going on in our real estate market. But we're not going to see a huge drop off. Prices aren't falling off a cliff. There's nothing to go out and get scared about. Our market is past the worst of it, but we are going to see some seasonal and month to month fluctuations based on what happens in our local economy.